It's all about parenting at this point right here on Wake Up Nigeria. And the conversation has already begun. I've been having a conversation about the back to school process that every parent has to go through around this period. Uncle Sele is back. He is a champion of values, character, and he's a coach and philanthropist. He's dedicated to shaping hearts and minds of the next generation. Now, he's standing as a beacon of hope and a tireless advocate for human values. Today on Parenting, let's talk about how we can help our children succeed in school. Yeah, so as parents, some parents, once they've paid the school fees, they've got the school uniform and they bought the stationery, they just allow the kids go to school. It's okay. The school will handle the rest.
No way.
And I feel like a lot of us felt that way when we were growing up as well. We felt we had to rely a lot on teachers and the school environment to learn a lot of things.
No, everything starts from the home. So it's back to school. So the first thing you should do is speak to your children. Then, because they're still in holiday mood, most of them are still thinking that they want to play, they want to watch TV, so you need to bring back that structure.
Okay.
You understand? You're going to bed early, you rise in, the things, you have your bath, you brush your teeth, school uniforms ready and things like that. You get to school, what are you doing in school?
Okay.
You need to have that conversation with your children, and that structure has to be in place so that they know that, look, holiday season is gone.
Yeah.
The playtime is reduced or even gone for some. It's over. Because like me in my home, during the week, you don't watch TV. We don't want distractions because your mind, you need to be focused on the things that you're learning in school. So parents, we have a whole lot of things to do, regards to certain structures and responsibilities. You remember, we talked about these things that you need to help your children learn to do. So that when they grow up, they won't say, hey, mommy didn't teach me. Daddy didn't teach me.
Sure.
You understand? So back to school, very important for us as parents. Your children are going to school. What are you telling them? I always say things like this. Okay, so you're going to school. This is what you will do. The first one, you pay attention.
Pay attention.
Pay attention.
Okay.
There'll be distractions, but pay attention. You understand? You focus. So you help your children. There's this thing where I do, that I tell my kids, sit down, don't do anything, just look at me. We tried for 1 minute. Just look at me.
Their attention span.
Yes.
After 1 minute.
Yes.
Your kids actually sit for a whole 60 seconds and just...
We'll teach. You'll teach because the truth is there are a whole lot of distractions around. So if you do one, try. You can do for 2 minutes.
Okay.
Look at me.
Okay.
3 minutes, look at me. Then you tell them why you're doing what you're doing.
Okay.
Because we want you to be able to listen to your teachers.
Okay.
Then the next one is A, ask questions.
Okay.
Oh, ask questions. It's third term. You're going to be learning new things. Don't just watch, listen, you focus, then there's something you don't understand and you're not asking a question. Ask questions.
Okay.
Nobody will shut you down. Your teacher has heard you.
Hopefully no one shuts them down.
No,
Hopefully the teachers in their environment are not the type to shut them down.
No, I hope not. I hope not, because when your child gets back from school, you ask questions also. Oh, okay. So what was interesting about school today?
Okay.
So what did you learn? Tell me one thing you learned about school. That conversation must always happen at home, because as parents, you should know what your child is taking in.
Yeah, sure.
And you should know the gaps that they have so that you can fill them up. So you know that, oh, they didn't understand or they don't understand these things. You get home, what's the time? And your child is looking at the clock, or they don't even, those days
you can't connect with what the time is.
Those days used to have that big clock, but these days, I don't know, for most homes they don't have it. But so what's the time? And your child's looking at you and they're saying 8:42. What does it mean? And they can't tell you. So you know that, oh, my child can't tell the time. So you need to help, or you need to tell school, my child can't tell the time. All those things will happen if you have conversations. What did you do in history today? Oh, really? You don't know this? There's the internet. That part where, as a parent, you help your child also. It helps them, with their mind. Sure. Then P again, practice.
Practice. Okay, so are they're practicing what they learned in school?
Yes,
or?
practicing. You get home, you read also. You read on those things, because as parents, you ensure these things happen. So that's the structure you're setting in place in their minds for school at home when they get back from school. So you read. Oh, you learnt about this. Can you search more on the internet about these things?
Okay.
For us that have internet at home and things like that, what are your children using it for? Is it just for games?
Yeah.
Or is it to learn?
Is it for research?
Is it for research? Do you understand? You can help them do things like that. So practice. I like to, ask my children questions. Oh, tell me about this. Do like a presentation. Okay. Then you can see that, oh, my child is shy. My child can't speak. Oh, don't worry. Nobody knows you're shy except you. Stand and speak.
Okay.
They speak. After a while, they get used to those things. Do you understand? And after practice, A is ask questions again.
Ask questions again. So
we have pay attention.
Pay attention,
Yeah.
ask
questions. We have practice. Then we have ask questions again.
So is it the parent asking the questions this time, or is it the child?
So the child is asking questions again.
Okay.
You understand? Ask questions. Be free to ask questions, because as you're growing, you're learning new things. Ask questions. It's good to ask questions, because as you ask, you learn more. Then B is be the best.
So being the best feels very aspirational. There is a lot of intimidation in a lot of classrooms. If you have, for instance, a smaller classroom, maybe 12, 15 children in the class, and there's always a set of kids that are coming first, second, and third.
There's something they're doing.
There's something they are doing that your kids are not doing. But does it mean your kids are not doing their best?
No. So let me give an example. I have 3 daughters. I know one that is very good at maths.
Okay.
I know one that is, not as good as the other one. So when she comes home with 45 over 60, I know she has done well, because I know where she was coming from.
Okay.
Do you understand? Yeah. So what I'm doing, I'm not screaming and saying, you are like this, you're like this. And I don't use words against my children, because words are very powerful, which is one of the things that parents must also do. Use words, to uplift your children. You are the best.
Yeah.
I know you can do this. As you're going back to school, you tell them, you're bright, smart, intelligent, and responsible. So when you get to school, that consciousness goes with them. Now you know areas where they are good. You know areas where they need improvement. So you monitor. That's why as parents, you need to monitor your children also. That's the way you have conversations. So you see something, your child is growing. Oh, she's not really good at math now, but you see, when you keep up, your own side, school does theirs, she gets better. Her best might be different from others, but you know that she's getting better than
she was
before.
So now I want to touch on something. Everything you've said now, it's going to require a lot of time.
Oh yes.
And a lot of attention.
Oh yes.
The average parent is doing a 9 to 5. It's not even 9 to 5 now. It's 9 to 9 in some cases.
Yes,
they're in traffic. They're barely getting by, just pushing to get finance to pay those school
fees. Yes.
So how does a parent who hardly even has time for themselves find time to, invest in this child, all this attention you just listed out?
Okay, so you must create that time, even if it's 30 minutes, even if it's 1 hour. You will be tired. You, not always, but you'll be tired. But you see something, the currency for children is time.
Okay.
So they will always need your time. But you see, the thing is, when you're giving time, is it quality?
Okay.
So when you get home, you're tired, and you look at your children and say, hello, how are you doing? And you go to sleep. Even if it's that 30 minutes, that 45 minutes, how are you, and things like that, oh, that is tired, but, tell me something, how was school today, what did you do, and things like that, let me see your communication book, sign.
Okay.
Do you understand? You're tired, but you see something, you can't say because of work, you won't give your children time, because it will also tell that absence, can lead to something you don't like. So give time, even if it's 30 minutes, 45 minutes.
All right, Uncle Sele, thank you so much for coming to talk to us this month. It's been amazing. So Papa B is, first of all, pay attention, ask questions, practice, ask questions again, and
be the best.
Be the best. All right, hopefully you've learned a thing or two today on parenting. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC and tag us WakeUpNigeria TVCE with your comments. All right then, let's take a quick break. There's still more on Wake Up Nigeria.